YouTube, what is up guys, and I'm back at you with another camera video, and the reason is special request from somebody that I've known for years, and if you're watching this then you know I'm making it. So we're going back to the Canon T6 again. First, she just started her photography business and she was wanting to know the bonuses of using the Canon T6 for just photography. Now I'm just gonna point this out just right now, just so we have everything clear. Photography is just like a side hobby for me. Like, I'm not saying I'm skilled in any way or that, photography is what I'm pursuing. Pretty much everything I'm telling you in this video is mostly based from my film experience and my very limited knowledge of the photography world. So with that being said, let's do this frickin' video. Alright guys, so obviously the whole point of photography is to, capture one still image, and there's a whole bunch of ways you can get the best possible image, but I'm just here to talk about the camera, so let's get into it. Alright, so if you saw my camera review of the Canon T6, I gave most of the specs in there, 18 megapixel size sensor, blah 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 blah. So why is this camera worth buying for photography? When you're shooting photography, my recommendation is that you shoot in RAW, and that's a setting you can shoot in, and the reason you would shoot in that setting is because there's a lot more detail you can grab from that picture when you edit the photo. Like, there's more color. It's just way more detailed than a regular JPEG photo. So the T6 can shoot in RAW, and the reason I'm mentioning that is because the T6 is codec, which is basically like the language in this camera used to, actually like take the pictures. The computer sciencey stuff behind it, I don't really know too much about it. The new cameras that have been coming out, they're codecs. I use a Microsoft PC, not a Mac, so for some reason PC hasn't updated their codec reading systems, I guess, and the T6's raw codec reads better on the PC. Plus right there, I tried using my Rebel SL2 when I took a few pictures, and it wouldn't load a preview of the pictures I had taken on that camera because the codec was too new. Another great thing about the T6 is that it's relatively cheap. It takes amazing photos. This camera is actually designed more for the photography world. Its counterpart, the T6i, was had more video capabilities, but we're not going to get into that because this is about photography. It has all the basics you need. It's not, a professional camera. It's an entry-level camera, but you can still take some amazing images with it. There's actually a photography page I wanted to show you guys. This is somebody I know. She's a really cool person. This is her photography page, and she uses the T6. And I wanted to show you guys that because this camera, it's cheap, and it's not brand new. Like, it's 2019, and this was made in 2015, or it came out in 2015, so it's an older camera, but it still takes amazing pictures. I've even seen some pictures on Canon's Instagram taken with this camera, and like I said, it's like $300 or something like that to buy, and that's pretty amazing for the image quality you can get. It has a pretty sizable sensor. It has an 18 megapixel sensor. It can shoot 3 frames a second, which honestly isn't that great. If you're gonna shoot sports and things like that, I wouldn't even really bother with this camera. However, portraits are amazing on this thing. As you can see from my friend Jasmine's photography page, it's amazing. If you're starting a business, or you want to dabble in photography and grow, this is a perfect camera. It's on budget. It fits Canon's wide variety of EFS lenses, which is their biggest lens range. Is not only can you shoot completely manual, but it has automatic settings on it. Easier if you're just learning and you just want to learn the ropes of how to do things. And I would also like to point out, please do not think too hard about the camera, because that only gets you, I'm going to say 40% of your image, which it's a lot. To me, it all depends on what lens you have, because you can have the same person stand in the same spot. The camera could be in the same exact place, but the lens, you switch a lens, it could change the entire way the image is perceived completely. And I think for that to have that much of a drastic effect, I think that lens is important to invest in. And I had to learn that the hard way. I bought the T6 just thinking, if I get a really good camera and get good image quality, which is partly true, but you also need good lenses. So that's another bonus of this camera. You can get professional looking photos with an entry-level camera. It's cheap, and you can save up more money to buy lenses. So honestly, it's a win-win for photography, because it can get pretty expensive. So instead of blowing a whole bunch of money on a brand new camera that just came out, like the T7 or the T7i or the SL3 or just a whole bunch of new DSLRs that have come out, budget, it works, It'll definitely get the job done. Like I said, I've had it up until this year making YouTube videos and doing photography. So I'm gonna get into more about this camera. Well, one of my lights just died, so that's cool. Great, one of my lights just died. All right, anyways, I'm gonna continue the video anyway, I don't care. Another great thing about this camera is that it has a very friendly, I guess, user interface. It's not too complicated to use. Manual mode looks really intimidating at first, but I promise you, once you just learn about all the functions of the camera, watch some YouTube videos, that's what I did. I'm self-taught. Photos, anyways, I am so done talking about it because it's been rambling, jambling, and blah. Anyways, let's go take some photos. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was it for this video. Thank you so much for the support and watching. So, have a good one. And I hope after watching this video, Hannah, that you think about purchasing this because it's a great camera. Also, please check out Hannah's photography page on Facebook. She's actually really talented, and I support her all the way. You know, please give her some love, share her page, like it, and just enjoy her art. She's really good at what she does, and I appreciate the fact that she's taken an interest in my YouTube channel, so thank you very much. And yeah.